Hello, ladies. My name is Angela, for those of you that haven't met me, and I am a functional medicine practitioner, and I'm absolutely passionate about helping females understand the root cause of where their hormone imbalance symptoms are coming from so that you can start to develop some natural strategies for healing and rebalancing your body so you can feel well for the long term. And I particularly have interest in females as they get into their late 30s to early 40s and beyond, and you're starting to experience some changes on the way to and towards that transition into menopause. And I know many of the symptoms that come up for women, because I work with women like you all the time that are suffering from fatigue, brain fog, lack of clarity, mental focus. This is a very common problem. And me being in this age group, I can definitely understand it to a certain extent. And you may be noticing that the fatigue is just there all the time. You just don't feel like you had the energy that you once did. You're wondering if it's the aging process itself or if there's something more to it. Now, a clue to you that there might be something more to it is if you are getting different types of fatigue worse at certain points in your cycle. It could be worse at certain points around the time of ovulation, and it also could be worse leading up to and during your period. And for some women, because the periods don't come as regular as they once did, especially if you're getting into your late 40s and early 50s, you may be just having this come up on you without you really feeling it coming throughout the month. So many women notice that, they kind of get this big fatigue period when they're going through that ovulation time, a couple of weeks after they've had their period. And then a week later, it's back and they get their period, because often for many women, the cycles are actually starting to shorten in length, meaning they're coming around more frequently, every 2.5 to 3 weeks versus every 3.5 to 4. So who wants to feel like that most of the month? Fatigued, exhausted, you get out of bed, you can barely function to get your day started, never mind accomplish the tasks that you need to in your work day, in your life, your home life, if you have a family, your family life, and even just being able to socialize and actually enjoy your life. So I know many women are suffering with this. I know that you also, if you are having a lot of fatigue, are probably struggling with focus at work, focus with getting tasks done at home and outside of the home. You're probably really just feeling in general like you're struggling and you're not enjoying life. So we want to figure out how we can help you with this. Now, many women do look at strategy as far as getting hormone testing done and possibly even adding some bioidentical hormone replacement therapy or non-bioidentical. If you are a woman who is not in menopause yet, you may have tried things like progesterone. You may have even tried some other hormones or adrenal supports. And if you are in menopause, you may have tried both estrogen and progesterone and possibly other hormones again, and or adrenal supports. So it's not uncommon to be looking for solutions related to hormones. But I do want to let you know as well, a little secret that I have learned from both myself and from working with many women in this age group for years and years now. And that is that often, even though the hormones are shifting and changing in this time period of life, again, from that mid to late 30 time onwards, often the hormones themselves are actually not at fault when it comes to the energy issues. It may seem like it because when your hormone levels change and fluctuate throughout the month, that's when you get the most tired. But our hormones are communicators in our body, they're signalers, and they need to be transported to the right areas of the body for us to feel well, not just at those key points in the cycle, but actually throughout the month, throughout every single day of our life. And so if we don't have good transport systems in our body for the hormones, meaning they're just not functioning optimally, it doesn't matter how much you try and balance the hormones, look at the numbers, make sure that they look good on blood labs, urine, saliva, or otherwise. If you don't have those systems shuttling and transporting the hormones to where they need to get to in the body for you to actually feel good, feel focused, feel energetic, feel like you got out of the fog and you're clear for the day, and also actually helping you with your metabolic health, the hormones aren't going to help you that much. And for some women, I can actually tell you from personal experience as well that it's completely backfired trying to take hormone replacement therapy, because if the body isn't able to shuttle it to the right places for utilization, you can have side effects. And I know I had these side effects. I had tons of fluid retention. I had tender breasts. I was really moody. I was actually starting to notice weight gain versus what was proposed to me, where it would actually help me more with optimization and maintenance of my weight. And I really just felt like I was on this hormonal roller coaster in regards to mood swings. So it was not the answer for me. And really the answer for me was actually understanding what was out of balance in my body. And for many women, what is out of balance as the female sex hormones start to lower is their gut, their digestive health, and their ability to detoxify on a daily basis. So what does happen when the hormones levels are lowering, in particular estrogen, is it's fluctuating up and down all over the place, which is part of sometimes these symptoms that fluctuate up and down all over the place. And with that, we have to have optimal functioning of our liver liver and our gut to accommodate these fluctuations and get rid of any excess estrogen when we have these big spikes. So for many women, they don't. And there's so many different reasons why our liver and our gut could not be detoxifying correctly. It can actually be happening as a process over many, many years from when we were even a child. Did you have a lot of antibiotic use when you were a kid? Did you have any sort of exposure to herbicides and pesticides? We all have some exposure. Did you grow up close to a farm or industry? It's sprayed in lots of places in our communities if you live near playgrounds and things like that. So we do need to be mindful that we actually are unfortunately exposed to a lot of toxins over our lifetime, and our liver and our gut have to filter this stuff out. So by the time we get into our late 30s, 40s, and early to mid 50s, our liver and our gut have already doing a significant amount of work. And some of us have had higher exposure to some things that affect these areas than others. So I know for me, I had a lot of inability for my liver in particular to detoxify. Some of the clues: I had unhealthy skin. I was having breakouts of acne at one minute, dry the next. I was also having really bad body odor. So I was noticing that no matter how much I had a shower or put on deodorant, I still actually smelled bad. I had bad BO. So there was some indicators that my liver was not actually detoxifying that well. And of course, I had a ton of PMS leading up to my cycles, and it seemed to be getting worse and worse and worse no matter what I tried. The answer was not to bring in hormones and try and balance them. It was actually to get my liver basically unclogged, like a clogged drain in the bathtub. And I do find this is the case for many, many women. And you may not have those exact specific symptoms, but we can understand actually how your liver is functioning and detoxifying. And again, this is one of the main roles that the liver plays, is to help keep our hormones, especially estrogen, balanced as it's yo-yoing all over the place and declining on that way towards and into menopause. There's so many different things that we can understand to check on your liver health. There's blood labs. There's also more advanced functional labs that can be done through urine, which I often do with women. And we do really help you understand and customize a strategy and plan to help you rebalance your hormones naturally. So again, that was what I needed. That's what many women that I work with need. Some women need more rebalancing to their gut health, their gut microbiome. That's also a very strong interface for how the hormones connect, communicate with each other, and get processed. Again, the excess gets eliminated. The stuff that needs to be utilized gets shuttled to where it needs to get shuttled to. So it sounds complex, but it's not. There's a couple areas of the body that we really need to be having functioning well to have our hormones function well and stay as balanced as possible on that roller coaster ride towards and into menopause. So if you do want to learn how you may be able to develop a customized plan for yourself, maybe you're tired of trying every different supplement that you've read about or heard about from a practitioner, you've got just a cupboard full of things, you don't know what's working, what's not, you've tried every different diet on the planet to try and help you stabilize how you're feeling, hasn't worked, you still feel like you're headed in the wrong direction, please feel free to reach out to me, because I know the frustration that you can deal with. I've dealt with it myself personally. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of females navigate this time, that transition towards and into menopause. And I've really helped women really take control of their health by understanding what's going on in their bodies first. And I find that's the first step, is once you understand what's going on, it's a lot easier to take control of the next steps. And I do help women do that naturally. So if you are looking for a natural strategy to move towards and transition into menopause, I may be your gal to connect with. So please feel free to reach out to me. You can connect with me in a few different places. If you haven't already, please look at my Functional Medicine for Hormone Imbalances Facebook group and try and connect there, because I do have lots of great tangible information for you to start to understand how I work with women and how I could potentially help you, and how to really navigate that sea of information to understand what you can do to help your body rebalance in perimenopause, transition into menopause. And you can also go to my website, www.angelasimpsonfunctionalmedicine.ca, and there is a place there for you to book a free discovery call if you do feel like you're ready to take charge of your health, take action, and you want to start getting yourself feeling better both now and for years to come, especially if you're a female getting into the 40s, early to mid 50s, and you just want to get your life back. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to bringing you more and more videos and ways to just help you start to uncover and really understand what's going on in your body, take control of it, and work with someone such as myself. And again, I work with women all over North America and even beyond to help you rebalance your hormones naturally. All right, take care. Have a good rest of your week, and bye for now.